I guess this is like a little update. I guess I just wanted to make a video because it's not that it hasn't been a while. It's just that I've been editing this other one that really could have been done in like a couple days. Now I'm thinking about it, but I'm sort of taking my time with it because there's no rush, and the rendering for it seems to be actually going pretty smoothly this time. Like with the last one, all the rendering was just taking like literally hours and hours to get done, which would like freeze up my whole laptop, so I couldn't do like anything else. And I would try to write in between that, but by the time I got like going with like actually writing, like it would be done rendering and I'd be right back to editing the rest of the video. But that's not the case this time, thankfully. Like it's literally, it's 2 more sections and then just little small edits with the revision, and then I want to say the second story time is done, to be honest with you. Part of me has mixed feelings about it now that it's actually animated, which a lot of effort went into it, but I don't necessarily think we could have stuck with the first one, like the first style of animation, because I think it worked better. Plus, it was less maintenance on both of us. Our attempts to make it better quality was fine, but just unnecessary, and it could have been done more or less around the time that I expected it to be done had it been done the original way, because the original one was literally done within 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks, and that's kind of what I wanted, because I want to put them out regularly. And the last one came out, the last one was done on Valentine's Day, but I decided to put it out a few days afterwards because I knew like people wasn't gonna be worried about it. It was gonna be on Valentine's. It was gonna be wrapped up in Valentine's Day. It just wasn't necessary. Even though I like that, I just pretty much like that the graphics and the images are a lot more detailed, so I do appreciate that. But we could have kept it roughly the same and just refined everything as sort of like still images rather than try to have too many moving parts, because we're just not there. This is like this is only the second video, and I kind of didn't plan on upping any quality because I don't even know how this is going to go, so I don't want my team of animators to feel as though that they have to pressure themselves. But still, shouts out to Alex and his whole team, because I wouldn't even be able to have a discussion about animation if he hadn't agreed to stick with me like the past like couple years without us really doing much, just sort of just talking about stuff. But there's that, and then with all the little personal sort of videos that I'm trying to make that are just like I know they're going to be kind of trash in hindsight, but that's because I'm only working with this camera right now, and as soon as I get my DSLR and my slider, I'll be good on everything. Because while I was writing, it was in mind with like I would be shooting with a much higher quality camera, and I would be capable of doing more things with the slider, because it would just give me more cinematic shots. And you can only do so much with a tripod that you hold by hand and what is essentially just sort of a good digital camera, which is what I've been using. So there's limitations that I have to sort of compensate for, and like it's not deterring me from making the videos. It's just that writing and then going over the audio and like the pacing and cadence and the shots, they all have to match and they all have to go together. And I know I haven't done much of this, so it's going to be a learning process, but it's just compiling the shots and editing them correctly to match with what I'm saying and trying to paint the picture of whatever it is I'm trying to convey, because it's all going to be about my life. I don't really share that with people, to be completely honest. Not because I don't want to, it's because like I'm still learning about a significant portion of it, and especially a part that I just came across, which is being a highly sensitive person, which, as far as I could tell, I am. And the more I reflect on it and stay in this sort of introspective state of mind, the more I realize that, yeah, it's something it's not like it's something you develop per se, but it's more so how your nervous system is wired. So it's genetic, and like 15 to 20% of the human population is highly sensitive, and most species of animals, it's 15 to 20% is mostly like that. So, and it's not a bad thing, it's just something that you're not exactly aware of most of the time. Like, a lot of people don't know that they're highly sensitive, and I definitely didn't. I just, you just think you process things differently than other people, which you do, but it's not like a hindrance or a bad thing or anything that you need to be medicated for. It's just something that you have to recognize and understand how you process it, and it's the reason why you react certain things. It's the reason how you think about a lot of things, because people who are highly sensitive, we categorize things a lot more because our senses are a bit more attuned, and then that it's a lot. It's a lot to talk about. I'm still learning about it, and I don't want to say too much and end up misspeaking. I'm like doing a lot of reading about it right now, so I'm still figuring that out, which is definitely going to influence how I storytell. I don't know. I guess I'm just trying to share. I'm trying to share more of my life, just sort of visually rather than talking about it, because talking to me about a lot of things can be a very, very, very long conversation. Y'all got lives too. Like, y'all don't got time to be listening to me like that. I don't got time to be talking like that because it's stuff I want to do. That's what's been going on with my past few weeks. Like, ever since I started, like, really digging since, like, March. So it's been like a month since that moment, since I, like, came to that realization fully that I need to find out what exactly is different about me, because, like, it was becoming extremely complicated to go through my thoughts, and I couldn't talk to anybody about it because I didn't know how to explain whatever it is. So, as I do, I just investigate and research myself, and I came to what seems to be the right answer. And in retrospect, it makes a ton of sense, even all the way from childhood. And I was like, oh, I've just, like, been like this. So, and there's nothing wrong with it. It's just learning exactly what it is so I can better recognize things for myself. But that's it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Videos are still coming. Animated story times still coming. Like cinematic story times, I guess you could say. Or like thoughts that I have about stuff, my perspective. Just generally what I think about my own life and how it relates to, I guess, the rest of life. And that's pretty much it. As usual, I'm gonna be on my way to grab lunch right now. I try to stay consistent with how I eat. Also, real quick, right now it's a weird period in my life because the one thing that seems to be going right is taking forever, and it will determine the outcome of a lot of different decisions, providing that it just goes okay and it allows me some time to do the things that I want to do. And I don't like to speak much of it because I know the minute I start to hype it up, I'm going to ruin it for myself, and I don't want to ruin it for myself. I'm trying to just let things play out. Whatever I got to do, I just make sure it's done, and I do it. But I just need it to work out. I need it to work out because then I can actually make sound decisions about a couple of other things that I may or may not do. But I can't. Oh, that's the pre-workout. I can't do that until everything with this certain thing gets finalized. So I'm gonna need it to hurry up so I could get, you know, the rest of my life together. Because there's a couple things I'm thinking about that would be fun for me. But if I don't got the time to do that, and my state of mind's not there, it's just gonna be another big mess that I'm gonna have to clean up by myself. And I don't feel like doing that. I don't got time for that. So, as I was saying, I'm gonna go get lunch, and then I'm gonna go home and finish editing this other video. Then I'm gonna edit this video, and you should see this one today, if not tomorrow. You should see the other one dropping on Friday. Who else is hyped for Endgame? Anyway, subscribe, leave comments because I love those. Leave a thumbs up, thumbs down. Don't really care, just so long as like I get some sort of feedback, because it's appreciated, because it lets me know that you guys care at least a little bit, like that, like this, that much, and that's really all I need.